Hi guys, this is Melissa with Practically Creative. I appreciate you watching my video. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We're going to make something today that I desperately need. This is Mr. Frustration Pants or Miss Frustration Pants. I'm not sure. Still got strings on it. But what this is for is it is something to keep me from losing my cool. I think we all have moments where we're just like, oh, I just can't handle that no more. And I've had a couple of them lately. I have had an ear infection and I've had dental issues, had to have a tooth pulled earlier this week or last week. I don't even remember. But I've been in a lot of pain. And of course, all of that stuff together with my arthritis and such has made me a little grumpy. So I figured I better have some place to take that grumpy out on because my husband and my dog don't deserve it. So this is Mr. Frustration Pants. Got some britches on there so I can hold him and sling him around. Or I can take him and I can beat him up. I can wring his neck if he makes me mad. You know, just all those little unladylike urges that we all have on occasion. And this is what I'm going to use to help me get through mine. I really could have used something like this when they were pulling my tooth because I had my hands crossed. And when I came out, I had the indentation of my wedding ring in my other hand from sitting there clenching my hands, trying not to move. This would have been great to have had to be able to hold on to while that was going on. I mean, yeah, it's a stuffed animal, but even adults sometimes need them, right? All right, so I'll stop talking. Let's get over here. I'll show you what I cut out, how I put it together, and what I stuffed it with. I did not use that poly stuff that you use in pillows. I actually used scrap fabric, so I'll even show you that. All right, let's do it. Or her. I don't even know if the doll's a boy or a girl yet. But there's my little breeches, and I'm going to give it a quick stitch across the top just because I want to. Cut the threads. All right, and now the doll itself. You can do this any way you want. I'm going to cut across the bottom, and then I'm going to cut a body. And then I'm going to cut the head. And now we have the front and the back of our doll. I'm going to cut it just a little bit skinnier because I want to. Okay, so now that we've got our doll stitched, I've got the front and the back facing one another. I'm going to put my little feet right down here at the bottom, and I'm going to base them on. And then I'm going to give my little doll some hair. I've got some yarn here that is left over from some other things. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to loop my yarn up and down so that it goes over the top. I don't know why the hair being on it is so important, but it is. It just makes it sound more fun. And I'm going to give it a couple of rows. And that's just to hold it onto the top of my little guy's head. Stretch it out. Put that inside. And then we're going to put the other piece on here. We'll use our little clippies. Even the clips aren't cooperating with me today. That's okay. Or maybe it's just the hands aren't cooperating with me today. All right. So now we're going to take it over here. And this is like the fastest ever thing. I'm going to give myself a fairly wide seam allowance. A little more than 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to skip over part of that side just so I have a place to turn it out. And I'm reinforcing a lot of the stitching because I want to make sure that my little guy stays together while I'm beating on it. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? But like I told you guys, I have been in a lot of pain this last couple of weeks. Dental work, an ear infection. I mean, it's been horrible. And I want to make sure that this can withstand whatever I hit it with. A bit of pinking around this top, the curves on this. Just so I don't have to sit here and snip 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch there. You could also serge this together. And it would work really well. All right, so now that I have got everything sewn together, I'm going to turn it out, and remember that the leg part is attached to the pink rose fabric. I want to make sure that I leave the leg part to come out with the pink fabric. Yarn makes a nice little handle there. See, he's got his little feet hanging. Them have their little feet hanging out. Guess I don't have to give it a gender if I don't want to. It has its little feet hanging out. There you go. All right, and now I've decided I'm going to stuff mine with scraps. I'm not pinking shears anymore. What I do need is a rotary cutter and some scrap fabric. Getting all my little clips over here out of the way. This fabric is some kind of faux fur. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm going to cut it into some strips and then some smaller pieces. And I'm going to put it on the inside of my little stuffy guy. Okay, so I've got mine stuffed as full as I want to stuff him. And I'm going to take him back over here, give him a little sew up that side. And I'm going to make sure I go back and forth here. And let's hold him upside down here and give him a little haircut so all of his hair is able to stick up straight. We'll throw that away since I've already closed him up. And this is Mr. Frustration Pants. He's great for me. He's not overstuffed. You can stuff yours as full as you want, but this is great for times when you just want to reach out and wring somebody's neck, or you need to get some frustration out. I have had a ton of dental work lately, and it definitely makes me feel pretty whenever I go in there. So having him to squeeze on helps a lot. I need to sew the bottom right across my pants real quick. I don't know why I left a hole in the side. But give him a good shake. Beat him up good. Get all that frustration out on your desk. And make sure that he's going to hold together for you. You know, you can add more hair, stuff in more, take some stuffing out if you prefer. I think his hair kind of symbolizes where I'm at this week. I say thank you for watching me make Mr. Frustration Pants today. He's ugly, he's crude, but he does what I want. If I want to beat something up, I can do it to this and I don't have to worry about it. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you've watched some of my other videos and you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe because it really helps my channel, both the likes and the subscriptions. And I hope you all have a great day. Make your own Mr. Frustration Pants and get your frustration out on something so you're not screaming at your spouse or the dentist or whatever your issue may happen to be. Thank you for watching.